material, bromeliads. They love pineapple. Sometimes when I give them pineapple, you just go out there and it's like a sheet of the skin. They just skin it right out, and so it's just, yeah, the whole thing without the tag. But they'll just eat the meat out of it, and they'll peel oranges. It's like they skin them out. So
what's the little female's name?
Annie and Wishbone. And he was born at LA Zoo, and he was bitten when he was a cub on his back, a pretty severe bite. It never grew fur back. And he bit her last June and just did one of these quick bite and release. And he put a hole in her that you could stuff a whole romaine lettuce in.
Wow.
It took 2.5 hours to suture her back together. And it was over food. And so he,
I like my honey.
they get along on the whole very well. They tolerate each other. So, and bears are kind of semi-social. Like they'll get together for breeding, but that's about it. And then not much is known about these guys and other bears elsewhere, because even in Churchill they get together, but they have their cliques. So like if all of us were, you know, in this group, and then all of a sudden another bear is coming in, it might send you and you leaving, and the rest can stay. But they have their cliques, and it's whatever individual wants to deal with. So they usually avoid confrontation. It's not really what their goal is. Optimum nutrition with little expenditure of energy. So these guys are content to be couch potatoes. If you bring them the food, they're staying. But the pacing too is partly because they do get a really good diet. They've got energy to burn. So sometimes they just get into like a little pacing thing. And we participated in a stereotypic behavior study with polar bears, and our bears ranked pretty well as far as not displaying stereotypic behavior, but it's not like they're exempt from it. They do get into a little pattern of pacing, and
here comes Annie.
What was I going to say?
She says, "Is this the gate the honey's at?"
Yeah, and she sounds like E.T. scream, so if she doesn't, you'll go, oh, okay, because it's kind of alarming as soon as. Oh, am I supposed to be somewhere now? Hello? Hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, great. So it's you and Linda? Okay, so I'm trying to scare up a cart to come pick you up at the front. Because it's quite a bit of a walk back to Bears. Okay, so I'll see you at the front. Thanks. Okay, what? Let me get that. I'm sorry. Let me get that honey out of there. Let's see. I was going to say something about it.
Hey, where are you taking the honey? Give me back the honey. I want honey.
I can't remember.
It's okay.
Okay. Not too many things going
Have
on.
they ever grabbed an entire honey container out of your hand?
Yeah.
They
Long
just
time
take it
ago.
out to the habitat with them?
Yeah, and they chew it up. They get so many things the gulls bring in and realize that it's like, oh, it isn't a food item. So they leave them in exhibits, and the bears will chew them a little bit, but so far they haven't ingested it.
Hi, Annie.
They're so used to shoes and kids' shoes and pacifiers and whatever. So.
Have any of the bears caught a seagull?
Oh yeah, they get them.
That's something that people mentioned whenever the grizzlies got here. They said the other animals are, they're used to getting their food, but the grizzlies still taste the seagulls.
Oh, all of them would. These guys are pretty, like I said, pretty much plant eaters, and they're just kind of like kicked back, but they can move quickly, and they are not like gonna just go out of their way to catch something. So ducks and everything just kind of sit out in this exhibit, whereas with the polars or the grizzlies, if it gets close, it's gone. They'll get it and eat it. One year here, I was throwing live fish to Ulu, and as I did it, I flushed a peacock that was in the plants. I didn't know it was there. And it went towards her, and she stood up like this and grabbed it, just like that, and pushed it down. And I'm like, oh gosh, so I threw another fish, because there were people there, right?
Oh.
So I grabbed another fish and threw that in there so it would flop around. And sure enough, it distracted her. She let go of the bird and went over for the fish, but the bird was like in shock and probably very broken inside. So even though it was still alive, and she just thoroughly enjoyed it the rest of the day.
Oh, wow.
Wow, when people went away, you're like, all right, that's all I can do. And then,
So there you go. That's that. So that's all 7 bears, and this is where I am and why I always want coffee, because I'm freezing. It stays
Yeah, it's
about
chilly in here, Deb.
60 degrees in here all the time. This office we're, setting up is so nice. Huh?
Yay!
Anyway, so there you go.
The people
Thank
say-
you.